What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories, rumors you need to know, including an epic WWE return set to take place. Tony Khan comments on allegations. AJ Lee drops a hint that she may return. Rikishi backstage at WWE. And much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new website, Wrestlelamia.com. Now let's do the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story looks at an epic WWE return set to take place. Our top story today takes a look at the latest on a major potential return to WWE programming. The wrestling world has been buzzing following reports and rumors that a former WWE champion could return on Raw tomorrow night. This excitement has been revealed even further after WWE tweeted that a wrestler is pulling a Rick Rude move. For those not aware, during the Monday Night Wars due to WWE taping Raw, Rude was able to appear on both Raw and WCW Nitro on the same night. Additionally, fans are now speculating that the individual who could have a Rick Rude style moment is Andrade. These rumors are predominantly surfaced thanks to a new report from Fightful Select, as Fightful Select learned this week that Andrade and AEW were no longer set to work together, with most expecting it to culminate at the AEW World's End show. Numerous sources indicate that Andrade made it clear this past Wednesday at AEW Dynamite he no longer wanted to be with the company and was planning on leaving. We're told that the situation surrounding Andrade's exit was less than pleasant, with some saying a major disagreement had unfolded. It now looks like the former NXT champion is WWE bound and will be returning to the company imminently, as Fightful Select added, WWE sources have been told by those close to Andrade that his deal wouldn't be up until at least spring, but many we spoke to in AEW expect his deal to be up imminently. There were many both AEW and WWE that expected him to head back to WWE. Fightful was able to learn of this internal chatter about a potential return at WWE Day 1 Raw, which Triple H also teased. However, one source we spoke to seemed befuddled at the idea that would be Andrade, without outright denying it. It's unlikely they would confirm such a thing considering Andrade is still with AEW. In a surprising move, AEW President Tony Khan confirmed that Andrade is leaving the company, and this is what Khan had to say in relation to Andrade on the World's End post-show scrum. Somebody who's not been with us the entire 5 years, but they've been with us about half the time. They've been outstanding and somebody I really respect and I don't expect to see necessarily, as it stands right now, renewing the contract, but somebody that I have a great amount of respect for and would be parting on good terms and was tremendous, was here and did wrestle tonight, is Andrade. Andrade's contract is up at the end of the year. We had great talks. I have a ton of respect for Andrade. He's been a huge performer in the Continental Classic week after week. I talked about this great run Collision's been on. Andrade has been a huge part of it. Also has wrestled on the other shows and the Blue League of the Continental Classic. Are you guys excited to see Andrade back in WWE? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, MJF Taking Time Off. AEW's final pay-per-view of 2023 is in the books, and it had a shocking conclusion as MJF dropped the world title to Samoa Joe in the main event. It now looks like MJF will be absent from AEW TV for the foreseeable future, as according to Fightful Select, he'll be taking time off to heal nagging injuries. Many that Fightful spoke to immediately following AEW World's End said that they expect MJF to be off TV for a while immediately, if not almost immediately. MJF had sustained a plethora of injuries during his AEW World title reign, but was adamant that he wanted to see it through. As MJF is often influential in his own creative, there's always a chance he could insist on an absence not happening, but it's expected internally. MJF has had an acclaimed run as AEW World Champion, and hopefully he takes the time he needs in order to return at some point in 2024. Next up, Tony Khan comments on Sinister allegations. Following the World's End pay-per-view, AEW held the aforementioned traditional post-show media scrum, and Khan was asked to comment on safety concerns with AEW, and this is what the AEW president had to say. I think it applies to everyone in the company, women and men, and it's something we're very serious about, and we've had a policy in place, and certainly anytime there's anything like that, we would make sure to do everything we can to prevent it. AEW has the best safety record, I believe, of any pro wrestling company in the world. I believe we have the most safe environment. Khan then added, I believe that we have the best safety record of any pro wrestling company. I'm going to hold the record of AEW on safety against any wrestling company in the world, and I think that AEW is the safest place for pro wrestling. If any of our wrestlers have a concern, they have an open line to talk to me, and I believe anybody would sit here and tell you they can always talk to me anytime they're concerned about anything. If there's anything that came to light to me, I would take it to the disciplinary committee, and that's how we've been doing it. Our disciplinary committee has been doing a great job, and everybody knows that they have an open line to me or anybody on that committee. Later on during the scrum, Khan will be asked directly to comment on the allegations towards Chris Jericho, and Khan would claim that he simply can't comment on unsourced internet rumors. I can't speak to internet and unsourced rumors. I spoke earlier to Pro Wrestling Illustrated's Kevin McElvany and mentioned the policy we have in place, the disciplinary process. We've always followed that, and I believe AEW is the safest wrestling company in the world, and we have the best track record for safety. I would hold it up to anybody, and anytime anybody has any kind of complaint, they have an open door to say it to me or anyone in the office, and we would look into it any time. So again, Kevin asked about that policy. I believe I gave a pretty robust answer on that, and it would apply here too. Fans are calling Khan out on this answer, especially because Khan's claims about AEW's safety record are laughable. AEW has seen numerous acts of physicality take place backstage, and Khan himself even feared for his life when former AEW star CM Punk reportedly lunged towards him at the All In pay-per-view. So is Khan talking BS here? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, AEW World Title getting a redesign. Outside of Tony Khan's comments at the post-World's End media scrum, one of the main talking points was AEW World Champion Samoa Joe's appearance. Joe, as always, came across as professional and classy, and Joe had an interesting scoop for fans as he revealed that AEW planned to move away from the MJF custom-style AEW World Title. This Triple B AEW World Title is going in the garbage, don't worry about that. This trash right here, this little knockoff, BS Gucci stuff that he has going on, this is going away. We're getting the good belt, the right belt, something that is designed well. I've spoken with Tony intensively about it, and we're very much looking forward to it. We have a whole new era we're starting. It's unknown if this means the AEW World Title will be redesigned entirely, or AEW will simply reintroduce the classic design that was used before MJF's reign. Next up, CM Punk takes a shot at Cody Rhodes. CM Punk had his second WWE match of the year yesterday as he yet again defeated Dominic Mysterio. Following Punk's victory, he delivered a passionate promo to the audience, and in the promo, Punk referenced Cody Rhodes finishing the story. In an interesting remark, Punk stated the main eventing WrestleMania isn't a case of him finishing the story, it's a case of Punk just getting started. Like all of you, I'm disappointed that Rhea Ripley wasn't here tonight. I was looking forward to hoisting her and body slamming her to cause California to break down and San Andreas fault and fall into the ocean. Maybe next time. Give yourselves a round of applause, you beautiful, beautiful people. You packed this place days after Christmas. You spend your hard-earned money and your valuable time to spend with us, and I appreciate that. At the end of the month in January, I go to the Royal Rumble, and damn it, if there was a sign hanging in this building, I'd point to it right now. But I'll point at my heart, and that's what he does. Because that's where all of you reside until I walk into the Rumble and I walk out the winner. That's me, finishing what I started, and it's not over then, because then I'm going to go on to main event WrestleMania. And that's not the finish of my story. Sorry, Cody. That's just me getting started. As things stand, Punk and Rhodes are the two favorites to win the Men's Royal Rumble next month. But who will win? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, a WWE Hall of Famer backstage. WWE Hall of Famer Rikishi was backstage at a WWE live event in LA last night. WWE posted an official video on their social media pages of Rikishi backstage, where he seemed to be in great spirits and even positively interacted with CM Punk. It's unclear what Rikishi was doing backstage, but he's likely just visiting and catching up with old friends and colleagues. And finally, AJ Lee drops a major hint of returning. Our final story today takes a look at some potential exciting news related to AJ Lee. Ever since CM Punk returned to WWE in November, fans have been fantasy booking a WWE comeback for AJ. She last wrestled for WWE back in 2015, and she had documented problems with her neck, which ultimately prevented her from continuing her career. Yesterday, she posted an Instagram story that sent her fans into hysterics as she was seen taking bumps in the ring alongside her husband CM Punk. Additionally, another Instagram story saw AJ wearing her iconic canvas wrestling shoes. Does this mean that AJ is in a position to return to the ring? Well, time will tell, and if AJ is indeed ready to re-enter the WWE world, then surely a surprise appearance at the Royal Rumble next month is the right way to go about it. But there you have it, folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below. Have a fantastic Happy New Year, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content in 2024.